offer prayers to Lord Shiva. But as he remembered the ill-fated death of his daughter Sati, his eyes filled with tears, and in bereavement his voice choked up, and he could not say anything. Kritsrat samstabhya cha manaha prema vivalita sudhi shashansa nirvya likena bhave nesha prajapati. At this time, King Daksha, afflicted by love and affection, was very much awakened to his real senses. With great endeavor, he pacified his mind, checked his feelings, and with pure consciousness began to offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Daksha uvacha भूयान अनुग्रह अहो भवत कृतो में दंड त्वया मयि वृतो यदपि प्रलब्धा न ब्रह्म बंधुषु च वाम भगवान अवज्ञ तुभ्याम हरेश्च कुत एव धृतवृत्तेषु. King Daksha said, "My dear Lord Shiva, I committed a great offense against you. But you are so kind that instead of withdrawing your mercy, you have done me a great favor by punishing me. You and Lord Vishnu never neglect even useless, unqualified brahmanas. Why then should you neglect me, who am engaged in performing sacrifices?" Purport. Although Daksha felt defeated, he knew that his punishment was simply the great mercy of Lord Shiva. He remembered that Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are never neglectful of the Brahmanas, even though the Brahmanas are sometimes unqualified. According to Vedic civilization, a descendant of a Brahmana family should never be heavily punished. This was exemplified in Arjuna's treatment of Aswathama. Aswathama was the son of a great Brahmana, Dronacharya, and in spite of his having committed the great offense of killing all the sleeping sons of the Pandavas, for which he was condemned even by Lord Krishna, Arjuna excused him by not killing him because he happened to be the son of a Brahmana. The word Brahma Bandhushu used here is significant. Brahma Bandhu means a person who is born of a Brahmana father, but whose activities are not up to the standard of the Brahmanas. Such a person is not a Brahmana, but a Brahma Bandhu. Daksha proved himself to be a Brahma Bandhu. He was born of a great Brahmana father, Lord Brahma. But his treatment of Lord Shiva was not exactly Brahmanical. Therefore, he admitted that he was not a perfect Brahmana. Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, however, are affectionate even to an imperfect Brahmana. Lord Shiva punished Daksha not as one does his enemy. Rather, he punished Daksha just to bring him to his senses, so that he would know that he had done wrong. Daksha could understand this, and he acknowledged the great mercy of Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva towards the fallen Brahmanas, including even himself. Although he was fallen, his vow was to execute the sacrifice, as is the duty of Brahmanas, and thus he began his prayers to Lord Shiva. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitan Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manavistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swamrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sijita Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanto Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpataru Vaisya Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Gurudas Jayadvata Swami Namine We see in this chapter the sacrifice performed by Daksha. In the previous chapter, we saw uh, the anger of Lord Shiva. Well, in the previous chapter, Brahma sacrificed Lord Shiva. We see the description of Kailas, um, the Alaka uh, region of Kailash, where Lord Shiva is conversing with other sages, and Brahma's prayers to Lord Shiva to satisfy Lord Shiva. Right. And thus, ultimately, Lord Shiva pardons Daksha for his offenses to him, and he does a head transplant. Right? We hear heart transplant, liver transplant, kidney transplant in the modern day world. But here, Lord Shiva performs a much more advanced surgery of head transplant, right? And he revives Daksha's life by performing that head transplant, and he gets a goat head, right? We in the heart transplant, uh, at times a person gets a pig's heart, right? Or a mechanical valve, all this that. So here he gets a goat head. So Lord Shiva, as we see here in the prayers of Daksha Prajapati, that though he had committed such a big offense, initially his eyes got filled up with tears, remembering that because of his envy towards Lord Shiva, his daughter had to give up her life. Mother Sati could not tolerate the insult towards her husband, Lord Shiva, who was such an exalted Vaishnava. She gave up her life. She gave up her life. And Daksha at that time did not remember much, but now he becomes remorseful. At that time he was not remorseful, but now he's remorseful. Immediately his eyes filled up with tears. And now he understands his offenses which he committed. So at times, people in their opulences, in their position, they forget that, no, they forget. So they are punished. In their forgetful nature at that particular time, uh, when we see so many times where Lord Indra, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see at many, many places, Lord Indra forgets his position, forgets the position of the Supreme Lord, or forgets the advanced position of a devotee, and he commits different um, offenses. In Govardhan Lila, he commits an offense of destroying the entire Vraj and the Vrajvasis. Big offense. Right? Why? Because his puja was stopped. Right? His puja was stopped. So that's what happens, that the person having a position at times can forget. At times he forget um, because he gets carried away by the fame he gets coming with that position. Right? So similarly here, Daksha Prajapati, though his primary duty was to increase progeny, that's why he was the son of Lord Brahma, who had, given birth to him so that he was a Manasaputra, had given birth to Daksha Prajapati so that he can increase progeny, Prajapati. And he had this nice kingdom where he was a king, the Brahmana, he was the son of Lord Brahma by birth. But his qualities became like a Brahma Bandhu. Right? His qualities became like a Brahma Bandhu, which means that he was a son of Lord Brahma, but he still did not have, he was a Brahmana, but he did not have the quality of a Brahmana. So after punishment, he realizes his mistake, becomes remorseful, and is offering his prayers to Lord Shiva. Right? He's offering his prayers to Lord Shiva. And this kind of punishment we see elsewhere, also in Srimad Bhagavatam and other places, where son of Dronacharya, Aswatthama, killed the five sleeping sons of the Pandavas, killed the five sleeping sons of Draupadi. Right. And Arjuna, though Krishna told Arjuna to punish him, that the act which he has performed should not be pardoned. But Draupadi immediately felt that, hey, no, he's the son of um, a Brahmana. By killing him, you'll do a Brahma Prad. Right? By at the same time, is the son of our spiritual master Dronacharya. And hearing Draupadi's plea, Arjuna forgives. Arjuna forgives Aswatthama. Right. So, um, same way Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, that way are affectionate even to an imperfect Brahmana. Right. So here, Daksha Prajapati, after making him realize his mistake, they pardon him. They pardon him. Right. Lord Indra, realizing his mistake of what he did by sending Samvartaka clouds to destroy Vraj, he realized his mistake. And he was so ashamed after he realized his mistake that he could not face Lord Krishna. Right. So he goes and approaches his spiritual master, Brihaspati, that, oh, I have committed this big mistake. What should I do? I have committed this big mistake at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, forgetting his real position. And Brihaspati guides him that, okay, Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna is very pleased by cows. So take Mother Surbi with you, right? Take Mother Surbi with you. So they go to Surbi, and uh, along with Surbi, they go to Lord Krishna and sing Surbi. Lord Krishna completely uh, fills, uh, completely pleased. Mother Surbi offers prayers, does Abhishek of Lord Krishna, and then Lord Krishna gives a private audience to Indra so that Indra can properly ask for forgiveness, right? And um, Indra's carrier, Airavat, does Abhishek, Indra himself does Abhishek of Lord Krishna, offers prayers to Lord Krishna, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajami, gives the name Govinda to Lord Krishna, right? So we see that how after being punished, punishment by the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his associates, right? Or the spiritual master, senior Vaishnavas, is for disciplining, is to establish just as we see Nala Kuvera, the sons of Kuvera, Nal Kuvera and Manigriva, right? They were so shameless that they did not worry and they were intoxicated. And when Narad Muni came, they can no, the other girls uh, plead, but and at the same time they are feeling ashamed of their position. But these Nal, Kuvera and Manigriva were not at all ashamed. And they appeared in front of Narad Muni naked, intoxicated, not even trying to cover themselves. And Narad Muni cursed Nal, Kuvera and Manigriva. But in that curse of a great sage is also the mercy hidden, that you will remain trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, where Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, would appear soon. Right? You'll be able to give them mercy, that you'll be able to see his childhood pastimes. See the childhood pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is anchored by all sages, even Lord Shiva, as Asutosh, no, uh, he appears in Nandagaon, Asheshwar Krishna, Shiva. He appears in Nandagaon to take, to get this, to see this pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as childhood Krishna, which is so rare for devotees to see. It's so rare for devotees to see. And ultimately, they get delivered by Lord Krishna when this Yamala Arjuna trees in Lord Krishna's Damodar Lila, he makes the grinding motor uh, get stuck in between the two trees, and by like force, he may topples the two trees and delivers Nalkuvela and Manikriva. Right. So there also we see that in by the mercy of the sage Narad Muni, when they were cursed, in that curse also a benediction was there, that you will be able to see the pastimes of the Supreme Lord and ultimately get delivered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are always compassionate, and the sages are more compassionate. Right? We just celebrated Balram Purnima, and Jagai and Madai had committed a grievous offense. Grievous offense. Madai especially hit Lord Nityananda Balram, with a clay pot. And Mahaprabhu comes and immediately invokes Sudarshan Chakra to kill Madai. But Lord Nityananda forbids him. No, no. If we'll kill them, we will have to kill everybody in Kali Yuga who are like them. And forgives them. Forgives them for their offenses. Right? And what happens? They become, they revive back their Brahmanical qualities as Jagadananda and Madhavananda, and they are given this duty to clean the ghat, like service, to clean the ghat on the banks of Ganges, where all the great sages come and take bath. They're chanting 192 rounds a day and doing the service. Hare Krishna. Any reflection? Anybody would like to share? We have 1 minute left.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for a very nice class. Thank you, Prabhuji. I just want to appreciate very nice that Brahmotsav 3 days event. It was very nice. We were like totally engrossed. We forgot our house, everything, and just thinking about that. So it was wonderful. Very nice. Thank you so much for organizing. Hari.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, any more questions we can take in Nityam Bhagavata Sevya? We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. a week filled with festivities, and so that we can completely remain absorbed in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right, and His pastimes. So take this opportunity to completely absorb in chanting more in this week, hearing more Krishna Katha, and whatever more services you can do in the service of the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So, Chimata, you wanted to say something? Or?
No, Prabhuji, no, nothing. Sorry.
Okay.
Just actually, I just wanted to, was about to say whatever Satyabhama Mataji said, so that's why I put it on unmute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
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 Rama,
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 Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Jai Nrsimha,
Jai
Jai
Nrsimha, Jai
Nrsimha, Jai Jai
Nrsimha, Jai Jai
Nrsimha,
Nrsimha,
Prahlade,
Prahlad,
Jaya
Jai
Padmamukha,
Padmamukha,
Padmadengam,
Padmavendam.
Ugravira
Ugravira
Vishnu,
Mahamutram
Javanta,
Jalantam
Maham,
Sarvatomukham.
Sapashvami.
Nrsimha
Narsinghavasanam
Vishnu
Bhadram
Bhadram
Mrityum
Nityam Nityam
Mrityum
Namamyam.
Namamyaham.
Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad
Jai,
Maharaj ki Jai.
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 Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas.
Vachakalpatarubhyascha
Through
kripa
Lord,
sindhu eva cha
Patitanam
patitanam
Pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavinda ki Jai.
jai
Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
ki
Jai.
jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Madhupati Prabhu.
Thank you, Hari Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.